Quick fixes, magic bullets, optimized everything. Today's fitness industry is in a race to the bottom. Each brand competing to offer the easiest path, the least resistance, the most scientific approach to avoiding the real work. Even the training discussion has devolved into this dogmatic shit show. HIT versus volume, full range versus partials, high reps versus low reps, bros versus the lab coats. It feels like we're trapped in a bad episode of the Jerry Springer Show. Some kind of clownish spectacle, loud and messy, distracting from the focus of hard work and dedication required for real, genuine progress. This current cult of evidence based fitness, especially, are no better than the snake oil salesmen of old. At least with supplements, you get some kind of colourful piss for your money. But stick around long enough and you'll notice that the Optimal Bros PubMed backed breakthroughs are just rebranding old ideas and new packaging, selling bullshit to a revolving door of newbies handing over cash for promises, written in vanishing ink, chasing shortcuts down lost highways leading nowhere. What no one really remembers is that the training isn't a binary choice cult. It's not either or, it's all of the above. Training is a toolkit you can adapt to your needs, a choose your own adventure buffet of options available to anyone crafting their very own masterpiece. Most people's training preferences are just psychological comfort zones, which is fine until it's not. But the second you start preaching that your way is the only way, you've already fucked up. Now, if I can channel my inner Henry Rollins for just a second, the gym never lies. The weights don't care about your excuses. They don't give a shit about your studies. They just wait, cold and honest, ready to teach you that the only lesson that's ever mattered. The difference between who you are and who you could be is measured in the work that you're willing to do. Real evidence-based results have and always will come from the sweat on the steel, the calluses that tell stories, and the backs that grow wide under crushing weights. The rest is just empty noise that fills the insidious grift of podcasts and Instagram feeds. Now that's where building the Monolith comes in. This program's the brainchild of powerlifter Jim Wendler. Yes, the 531 Wendler. And it's earned its reputation in whispers as one of the most savage mass gaining programs out there. 6 weeks, 3 days a week, zero excuses. Now, 531 copped its fair share of shit and ridicule over the years. And while traditional 531 focuses on steady strength development with the side of hypertrophy, BTM flips the script and cranks the dials to 11. Think of building the Monolith as 531's unhinged, overfed cousin. The one who shows up at family reunions with bloodshot eyes and a 20-piece bucket of fried chicken. Now, what sets this program apart isn't just a level of volume that looks insane on paper. It's its old school ethos to gaining size and strength. The workout structure itself is straightforward but demanding. It's simple: squat, bench, press, pull. But don't mistake simple for easy. Easy for those who still believe in participation trophies. Wendler combines the tried and true 531 progression for the main lifts with an absolutely brutal amount of supplementary work. Now we're talking 100 to 200 pull-ups and dips per session, along with hundreds of face pulls and band pull-aparts. Each session includes serious upper back work via chins, rows, and pulling movements, making it very clear why so many lifters see such dramatic changes in their back development on this program. With the big lifts, you'll work at a percentage of your training max to keep the weights challenging but manageable, so you can push through all sets with good form and still recover. The training max isn't just about numbers. You're building and not testing your strength. You're not maxing out or grinding reps. You're accumulating volume in that 75 to 85% intensity range, which is great for hypertrophy. A properly set training max also ensures that you can handle the heavy workload without turning every session into a fight for survival. Instead, you show up, you put in your work, and you grow stronger consistently. The inclusion of Widowmaker squats performed on Fridays is a throwback to the old school ethos of earning every rep through hardcore, no-frills training. It's a simple technique. You put a barbell on your back and you squat for 20 reps until you feel like puking. But the fun doesn't end there, because there's also the inclusion of the crucial conditioning work. Now, the conditioning work is restorative, so you can train even harder. And as you train harder, you do more conditioning work to recover. This isn't just for general fitness. The conditioning builds the engine you'll need to survive the relentless volume. Now, conditioning's often where the soft gets sifted out because they usually don't do it. And no one wants to do it because it sucks, but doing things that suck is precisely what will make you better. Wendler mandates at least 4 sessions per week, typically involving hard sled work, weighted vest walks, or other high intensity cardio. The conditioning's metabolic demands keep the fat gain in check despite the monstrous eating that's also required on this program. Now, you're not looking to become a cardio queen, but if you get fat on this kind of training, it's simply because you didn't work hard enough to support the calories. BTM's high rep calisthenics are likewise a wake up call for many. You'll do so many chin ups and dips, you'll start dreaming about them. And by week 6, you'll realize how laughably undertrained you were before. After a while, your previous weekly 3 sets of 10 will seem nostalgically cute. This program will rewire your work capacity and convince you that calisthenics are an essential cornerstone of real strength and an often missing ingredient as to why many physiques rarely unlock their true potential. It also goes without saying that if you're not eating to become a monolith, you're fucking wasting your time. And while you can't build a monolith out of protein smoothies and good intentions, Wendler's nutrition recommendations read more like a dare, or at the very least a heart attack waiting to happen. One look at his suggested meal plan and you'll realize that this isn't your typical lean bulk protocol. It's not a plan for the carb conscious. The fine print qualifies that at least 1.5 to 2 pounds of beef and a dozen eggs daily are the core foundation. On top of that, you're free to add in some double cheeseburgers, fries, pasta, bananas, and toast. It's up to your imagination. And while this could work for teenage calorie infernos, it's probably not the best choice for everyone. Personally, I would tweak this with something more health conscious like Efferding's vertical diet. Or if you're feeling fancy, try a carnivore-ish approach with some strategically timed carbs around the workout, giving your muscles its rocket fuel while keeping the engine running clean. Fuel the beast, but don't turn into a bloated mess. Eating supports your training, and in this case, your training will support your body's hunger for more fuel to meet the demands of recovery. Wendler stipulates that a strict recovery protocol individualized to your needs is essential. This could include massage, mobility work, stretching, and perhaps some possible supplementation. I've even used some adaptogens like rhodiola and ashwagandha to get by with the volume. You'll need your recovery dialed in with perfect sleep, perfect nutrition, and no nagging injuries. If you skip one, you'll find yourself broken halfway through. But let's not sugarcoat it. Building the monolith isn't a program for everyone. The workouts are long, the volumes are relentless, the eating's borderline grotesque. The program's well thought out, not just mindlessly brutal or masochism for masochism's sake. It's a grind that will absolutely crush casual gym dabblers and timid tire kickers. So if you're new to lifting, stay in the shallow end until you can doggy paddle. Main gainers for mediocrity need not apply. As for the HIT Jedis, just continue clutching your well-handled, framed Mensa portraits and Ayn Rand novels while you rock back and forth in the fetus position, repeatedly muttering, overtraining, overtraining. This program is for those with open minds who are ready to give 6 weeks of their life to the iron without compromise. Commit and the rewards go beyond size and strength. This program recalibrates your relationship with effort. It forces you to confront just how much you've been leaving on the table. Leave your comfort zone has become this trite cliche in modern society that panders to comfort. But progress is never about balance. It often involves embracing extremes, about discovering what you're really capable of when you stop holding back. The body will always seek the comfortable refuge of homeostasis on its journey towards entropy. Growth doesn't come cheap, and it never will. Building the monolith doesn't just hand out the gains, it makes you earn them, often painfully. So if you've been spinning a wheel stuck in the rut of Groundhog Day mediocrity for a while, building the monolith will punch you in the face and hand you the keys to something better. This isn't just a program, it's a revelation. It's a gauntlet thrown down, daring you to step up or bow out. It'll test you, break you, and then rebuild you. It's 6 weeks of looking in the mirror and seeing what you're really made of. Some people just aren't ready for that kind of truth. But you will come to understand something that most lifters never do. Progress isn't about finding the perfect optimal program. It's about grinding through the imperfect ones. It's about showing up every day and doing the work. So don't ask the question of whether this program works. It does. The question is whether you will. Just don't come crying when the pull-ups rip your soul out through your lats. You wanted to build the monolith. Now deal with it. So let me know if you've ever tried building the monolith and give me your thoughts below. Also, let me know if there's other programs you'd like to see me review. And if you do require some guidance through the minefield of bullshit from someone who's seen and tried it all, check out my coaching or consultation service. Thanks for watching.